Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing the ACC predicting every game sort of deal, whatever we just did basically. And hopefully the video you saw yesterday, I guess I'll make ACC's Tuesdays, ACC Tuesday, whatever. And we'll do kind of what we did yesterday, but it's going to be the schedule predicting every game and seeing who ends up where. The ACC, obviously, we'll be starting with that now. And let's just jump right into it. Wake Forest takes care of Elon. I don't even know. Is Elon even D1? That might just maybe being casual, but I'm not even sure if that's the case or not. Um, but we'll quickly move on here. Um, Louisville, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, they fired their coach last year. They lost their quarterback to Nebraska. They're going through a lot. Louisville just hired Jeff Brom. I think they got a lot to do here. We're going to see how this all goes down. And I think it's going to be a pretty good result for Louisville this season. Miami beats Miami. No, it's not a spring game, but Miami plays Miami of Ohio. That'd be pretty funny if they did a spring game between these two teams. Pretty good. Boston College takes care of Northern Illinois. I don't even know if that'll be a crazy spread here, but let me look. Yeah, Boston College only a 10-point favorite. Pitt takes care of D2 Wofford. Colgate loses Syracuse. UConn, NC State. This one's going to be an interesting one, too. NC State playing UConn. Oh, big favorite NC State. Never mind. I thought UConn kind of had some juice. Battle of the Carolinas. It's a pick 'em. And South Carolina's losing a bit. Both teams return their quarterbacks. This could be a really good game. Is this week one? Do we have a time for this game yet? No time yet, but should be a really good game. And I think we're going to see North Carolina prevail. Sorry to Mr. Taft in South Carolina, my good cousin, but I think North Carolina prevails. I'll be at this game, Tennessee versus Virginia. I know Tennessee is a huge favorite. Yeah, 27.5 point favorite. So easy win there. Virginia Tech, they are a 14.5 point favorite against Old Dominion. They advance as well. LSU, excuse me, I just hit the mic there. LSU versus Florida State. I want to see what that is. LSU is a slight favorite on the road. A lot of hype here. Obviously, it'll be a standalone game on Sunday, which is great. We had the game last year where Florida State won on a missed extra point from LSU to force overtime. I think I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna let it sink. Clemson takes care of Duke because Clemson's really good. I'm really high on Clemson this year, but Florida State LSU, this game holds so much meaning because both of these teams are probably the second best in their conference, well, at least half of conference for LSU as opposed to Alabama. But whew, there's a lot to think of, really a lot to do here, and I don't know. I'm kind of got this feeling. I think LSU goes in there and takes care of business. Um, Big, I guess, technically upset and according of home field advantage, but according to Vegas, LSU will get it done. Not super high on that one, but that game, not confident, excuse me, but that game is gonna be awesome. Probably number one of the weekend. Week two, I mean, I'll just kind of do it the last time. I'll just fly through the ones that are going to be simple. And, this early in the season, you'd think most of these games going to be simple. A&M Miami. Miami, Florida. They're a touchdown underdog to A&M, but I think they can win, but we'll keep A&M there as well. JMU might beat Virginia. Yeah, I would think that JMU could beat Virginia, but we're not going to do it here. Virginia Tech from the other video, I have that already planned out. Wake Forest, no, nothing for Wake Forest. Maybe because their state guidelines or something, but playing Vandy, give you the Commanders, or not the Commanders. The what are they? It is Commanders, right? Commodores, excuse me. God, you'd think I would know as a sailor, but I do not. That Cincinnati, um, Pitt. Nope, they're not going to give me the Pitt thing. Okay, Pitt, Cincinnati, NC State, Notre Dame, not there either. I'm going to quickly look those ones up. We're going to go with Notre Dame winning, Pitt winning at home, And I'm going to flip on Wake Forest after consulting the analytics that is ESPN FPI, which has been known to be very flawed. This is what I'll do for now. Going forward now, week 3, Miami takes care of business. Florida State, Clemson, Duke, Louisville, NC State, Wake Forest, despite Old Dominion almost beating them last year. It wasn't almost beating, but it was close. Cuse, I had winning already. Eat shit, Pitt. Pardon for the swear there, but that's the name of the rivalry. I'm going to go with West Virginia winning at home. I know they almost won last year, but Pitt took care of business. Virginia Tech takes care of Rutgers. Ole Miss takes care of Georgia Tech. Cool game there. It's kind of fun. Maryland beats Virginia. North Carolina beats Minnesota. Interesting. There's a little bit of Big Ten ACC challenge there. I know there's a challenge of basketball, but not in football. Week 4, yeah, Clemson, Florida State, game of the year for the ACC. Yeah, Clemson's a favorite at home. I'd be shocked if they lose it. Virginia Tech will beat Marshall. NC North Carolina beats Pittsburgh. NC State beats Virginia in the Brennan Armstrong Bowl. Virginia's old quarterback transferred to NC State. NC State's quarterback transferred to Kentucky. Syracuse beats Army. Miami beats Temple. Duke beats UConn. Louisville beats BC. Not super confident there. Wake Forest takes care of Georgia Tech. I assume Georgia Tech's the worst team in the conference, but let me just quickly look. Georgia Tech 4 wins. Boston College 5 wins. Who else is not great? Virginia Tech 5.5. Virginia 3.5. Huh. Louisville 8.5. Okay, so this is good to know. These things I just like to kind of have in mind so I can kind of know who's doing what here. Louisville, NC State. This would be a good one. This would be a real good one. But I think Louisville goes on the road and takes care of business. I'm big on Louisville. Obviously, they don't have Malik Cunningham anymore, so it's not nearly as fun to watch them. But Jeff Brom had a real good thing going to Purdue, and I would think there's more resources at Louisville than Purdue. I'm not totally sure on that, but that's just my knee-jerk reaction. Boston College takes care of business. Notre Dame beats Duke. Georgia Tech wins one against a MAC school. Clemson on the road against Cuse. They lost that game. What was that? Trevor Lawrence way back, like 2018, I think it was. They lost. So interesting to keep an eye on that one. Pitt beats Virginia Tech on the road. Narduzzi, despite hating on Dion. We'll see how that goes. Clemson, Florida State, NC State, Miami, all the home teams this week. BC beats Army. Virginia beats William Mary in a close game. Notre Dame takes care of Louisville. I didn't realize Notre Dame had still all these ACC games, but you learn something new every day. NC State, Duke. Duke. High on Duke. What's their win total? Only 6.5. Interesting. They had a really good thing going last year, and I'm surprised it wasn't higher. But hey, Cuse loses to Florida State. Pittsburgh beats Louisville at home. North Carolina beats Miami at home. Virginia Tech beats Wake Forest at home. All the home teams. Florida State beats Duke. Boston College beats Georgia Tech. Clemson beats Miami. I almost see me like almost, knee-jerk react there. North Carolina takes care of Virginia. Wake Forest takes care of Pitt. Most of the ACC kind of reminds me of the Big Ten West, where it's kind of like a mosh pit of just stuff going on. Cuse beats Virginia Tech. What's Cuse looking like? I don't even know if I can even take a look at them because I'm in New York, so I don't think I even can. Yeah, I can't. So that's fun. Boston College, UConn. I sneaky want to pick UConn, but we'll go Boston College, North Carolina. Clemson into NC State. They're gonna have a trap game in there, but I think this Clemson team. You'll see what I'm thinking already. I think this Clemson team. Florida State on the road, and Louisville at home. As much as I want to take Duke. Duke advances, beats Wake Forest at home. Syracuse, Clemson, Notre Dame does not matter. I love Clemson. Miami on the road. The U gets back with a big road win. Florida State, North Carolina playing Campbell. When is this? This is like Penn State level of what the hell? In November. What are we doing here, guys? Come on, we're not the SEC. Georgia Tech, they win this one. Battle really bad. Virginia Tech, Louisville at home. Week 11, I think it's what 13 weeks. So we're getting down to the close weeks here. Louisville takes care of business. They're winning a lot of games here, Blake. They're winning a lot of games here. What's their win total again? I'm at 8 right now. Oh, 8.5. Hey. Um, Boston College beats Virginia Tech, Clemson at home, Florida State, Miami. There might be a line for that one. Let's see. Only two lines there, but I think they'll take care of business against Miami. Hey, Miami's going bowling. Hasn't happened in a while. So shout out Miami. Cuse beats Pitt. Yeah, yeah. North Carolina beats Duke. Um, yeah. North Carolina beats Duke. Wake Forest, NC State. NC State wins. Last week here, NC State, penultimate week, excuse me. NC State wins. Duke wins. Miami beats the Louisville at home. This makes more sense. Notre Dame wins at home. Syracuse versus Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech gets this one. A bit of a weird upset. Why not? Florida State, Northern Alabama. Okay. Well, they do play LSU, so no comment from me. Clemson, North Carolina. North Carolina fun hype train ends there. And then we've got ourselves Boston College versus Pitt. It's gonna be Pitt at home. Final week here. Miami beats BC. Duke beats Pitt. Georgia destroys Georgia Tech. Do the wheels come off for North Carolina? Come back to that one in a second. Florida State kills Florida. Clemson rolls through South Carolina. As much as I want to pick South Carolina, that I really do. Because that atmosphere is going to be insane. Kentucky, yeah, Kentucky will beat Louisville. I like that. Virginia Tech. Virginia gets one at home. Kind of, save their season a bit. Wake Forest, Syracuse. Wake Forest is going to beat Cuse. They're going bowling. That one I'm gonna have to think about, but that's what I'll do for now. I think I have North Carolina losing to Florida State, or do they not play? If they don't play, it gets weird. Yeah, I don't think they play. What the heck, SEC or ACC? Um, Let me pull this up here. NC State. No, I clicked the wrong button. Whatever. NC State here. And I can actually do 2-for-1. I'm going to look up them against North Carolina so I can see what the hell is going on there. 50-50 already. So I already like the fact that I almost have them winning it. It's really close. Obviously, for me, when it gets that close, you go quarterback and Drake May. South Carolina, sorry, North Carolina, excuse me, does not play Florida State. So that means if this were the scenario, they would advance to the championship game against Clemson for the second year in a row. But I don't, yeah, yeah, Drake May is that good. The defense has to have a pulse, but Drake May is that good. That's what we're going with. And Clemson beats them. Clemson's in my playoff with Michigan. Boom, mic drop. Um, Big 12 or Pac 12 tomorrow. I'll figure it out. I want to do SEC Fridays. I think that'd be fun for content and people watching it. But that's what I have for now. Please like and subscribe. Let me know down below what you think happens in the ACC. A lot of people's sexy picks is Florida State. I would say maybe not the case. Looking at the odds to win the conference, what do I got here? Let's see. Conference winners. Atlantic Coast Conference. North Carolina plus 800 maybe is a bit of a stab based on what I have here. And Miami will be doing better than I think. Maybe I'm listening to too many idiots on Twitter Spaces, but I think Clemson takes it home and they are plus 170 to do so. So keep that in mind. They do have a head-to-head against Florida State, which is a big game. Yeah, that's all I have for now. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.